2, 1. Well, Mark Reefer, challenging tonight for your first ever professional title. What would it mean to you to win a championship at last?
It's kind of a stepping stone. It's just one of many to come, but it means a lot to me, and I will be successful tonight.
Since you've made your comeback, had that little break from boxing, you've been knocking everybody out inside double quick time. What's the secret behind that?
I'm on piecework. Well, I see this as my year, you see, this is the year of the dragon, and that's my year, and I'm in a hurry to make it quick before the year's out.
You seem to have enormous punch power these days. Have you changed your training to accommodate that?
I've changed a lot of, well, it would be more to do with relaxation now. Where I was tense before, I couldn't punch, trying to punch. Now I'm relaxed, I'm punching, and I'm not even trying. I mean, the punching power, it's only just begun, it hasn't even started yet. Full training. I'm in full training, yeah, but I know I can train way, way harder. Practice takes time, it won't be long now.
What do you make of this fellow you're up against tonight, Abdul Kareem? He is the Southern Area champion after all.
And I'm Mark Reefer. He's not a bad champion. He's not bad, but he hasn't had a lot of defences. I don't think, well, he hasn't actually had one. He's had no defences, so I don't know what he's been doing with the title. I mean, if he's supposed to be the champion, then he's supposed to be defending it. I mean, what have you got a title for? It's not just there for a belt, boom. It's supposed to be to defend. If you want it and you've got it, then defend it or don't have it. That's my title. He's holding it. He's just babysitting it. It's mine.
Well, he's defending it tonight. Just give us a prediction of what you think's going to happen out there.
The big V, victory, of course.
Okay, Mark, many thanks.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Well, here's Abdul Kareem, who defends his Southern Area lightweight title tonight against Mark Reefer. How tough a fight do you think it's going to be for you, Abdul?
Well, I think it's going to be a tough fight. It might be my toughest one to date yet, but I'm in to finish the champion still. I mean, Mark's a good fighter. He's knocked over a few people, but I think he's going to find out tonight he's in a different class.
He's got the reputation these days of a bit of a whirlwind finisher and a big puncher. Does that worry you?
No. I've faced big punchers before, and I'm still here. None of them ever stopped me before. So, I mean, I don't have any worries. I know what I've got, and I know what I've done. I don't worry about what he's got and what he's done.
What's your game plan to stop him?
No, I'm not finding. I'm just coming out to fight. I don't think about stopping anybody. If he stops, he stops. But I'm just going to concentrate on boxing and fighting.
You're not going in there with a master plan to stop his big punching, frustrate him, foil him?
Yeah, well, I'm going to use my experience and my ability. And if that frustrates him, then that's his problem. But that's not mine.
So how do you see the fight progressing out there tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be a hard fight. I'm prepared to take some hard punches and give some. But at the end of the day, whether it's a stoppage or points, I expect to still be champion at the end of the night.
How important is it for you to have this title under your belt?
Well, it's very important because, I mean, it's almost coming there now. And it's very important to me to win. I mean, losing now is just something I can't contemplate. Now, it's got to be a win, and that's it, because everything else is there waiting for me now.
If you won tonight, of course, a British Championship challenge would be very much on the cards for you, wouldn't it?
Well, I'll take it as well. I'll jump at that, even if it's the Commonwealth title or even the European title. I don't mind. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, because, I mean, I've done it all before. I mean, I've gone into the other fellas' backyard. I've boxed them. I've fought them. And I don't mind what is there waiting for me at the end of the day. But I just want to think of tonight's fight first, get that out of the way. Then I can start thinking about other things. But tonight is the main important one. Tonight is here. I've got to concentrate on that.
We asked Mark Reefer how he thought it was going to go. He said, V for victory, I'm going to win. What's your prediction?
Well, I know I'm going to win. I mean, I'm predicting whether it's going to be a knockout or not. I know I'm going to win. I've got to win. I've got to win. There's no two ways. I've got to win.
Okay, we look forward to seeing it.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Thanks very much.
All right.
So a big reception here for Mark Reefer, 24 years old, and challenging tonight for his first professional title in what will be his 17th fight. As he climbs into the York Hall ring, Reefer with the reputation of being something of a big puncher, and he looks to be in a dark, brooding, menacing mood, and maybe those black shorts are just a little bit symbolic. Tyson-like concentration from Reefer. Before the fight, I was saying to him, what's going to happen here? His answer, V for victory. But my goodness me, as the Jaws music plays in the background, we're about to witness the entry of the Southern Area champion, Abdul Kareem.
Reefer certainly looks in good condition, doesn't he? Eh? He only looks... But I think he's a little bit overdoing it here tonight.
It certainly is an extraordinary performance from Reefer up here in the ring. So far not gloved up. The two boxers will get gloved up in the ring. Now he moves into a little bit of spasmodic shadow boxing. And it looks like the champion's keeping him waiting. Well, there he is. Oh, that's a flashy-looking red dressing gown. Oh, look at Abdul Kareem jumping around there like a jelly bean between the crowd on his way out in towards the ring. Could be a good fight, this one. There's promoter Barry Hearn just ahead of him. Caught a shot of him.
This looks like it's going to turn out to be a very, very interesting contest. Abdul Kareem's been in with some good fighters. Mark Reefer's a good puncher.
We're looking forward to this one because I think there's just a little touch of needle about it as well, isn't there, Charlie?
There's a lot of needle involved in this because this fight was supposed to come off just after Abdul Kareem won the title, and it never did. And Mark Reefer is really, really upset about it never coming off.
Well, I reckon Abdul Kareem gets 10 out of 10 in the boxing fashion stakes. Or perhaps not, I don't know. But good atmosphere here. Reefer very carefully not keeping his eyes at all on Kareem. But Reefer, it must be said, in recent contests has been something of a whirlwind. His finishing devastating. Here's the MC now with the ring announcements. Well, we don't seem to be able to quite hear the MC at the moment, but let me tell you about the two fighters' records here. Abdul Kareem.
Charlie Thurley and Charlie Wright. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening is a contest for the Southern Area Championship, a lightweight contest at 9 stone, 9 pounds, over 10 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you
Abdul Kareem, the champion with a record of 10.
From Hackney, the challenger for the title, Mark Reefer.
So that's the introduction for Mark Reefer. 13 wins, 2 defeats and a draw. But none of his last 6 opponents have lasted more than 5 rounds.
And in the blue corner, with the orange and black shorts from Walthamstow, the defending champion, Abdul Kareem.
Took this title from Paul McKenzie 5 months ago, but this is going to be a tough defence for him.
And the weigh-in at 1 o'clock today, Mark Reefer scaled 9 stone, 9 pounds. Abdul Kareem scaled 9 stone, 7 pounds. Your referee for the contest is Roy Francis, your timekeeper, Tom Rice.
Well, Mark Reefer keeps his head here tonight, Ian, because he's got a very experienced opponent in front of him. Abdul Kareem has just come back from Trinidad.
No, you're not got his mic up. He's talking into it. Charlie's. Right. Referee Roy Francis calls them together for their last-minute instructions. And if I'm not wrong, I suspect they're not really hearing a word of them. All intense concentration, both of them. There's a Southern Area title here at stake tonight. And after that, of course, you go on and you think about British titles, and after that it's European titles. And if you're good enough, after that, it's world titles. So this is an important hurdle for both of these boxers. Reefer from Bethnal Green, Kareem, the champion from Walthamstow, in the orange and black striped trunks. Down almost to knee length, as you can see. Will his boxing be as flashy as his fashion, though?
I heard earlier that Kareem has just come back from Trinidad, sparring with a couple of world champions. I don't know if that's going to do him any good.
Kareem, who in fact was born in Trinidad and used to come into the rings wearing leopard skin and a Mr. T haircut, but he's abandoned all that and has gone, well, only slightly less extrovert, as you can see. Now Reefer looking to unload those big punches of his, getting tied up though in the opening seconds by the champion Kareem. Kareem's 27, he's 3 years older than Reefer, and as you can see, he's a little bit taller as well. Key fight for both of them.
Mark Reefer wants to watch out for Kareem's edge, you know, when he goes forward like that.
Well, Reefer being made to miss wildly there by Kareem in these opening stages. But Reefer regarded as a fairly exciting prospect who could go places. His only 2 defeats have come against name boxers. Robert Dickey, later to become the British featherweight champion, that had ended in the first, and he lost 2 to John Feeney, who was British bantamweight champion, in the 3rd round with Reefer. But making an early breakthrough there by the look of it. He hurt Kareem with one of those.
He looks very, very dangerous, Mark Reefer. I hope he don't get too careless and walk into one, but I personally think that he's going to connect very shortly.
There was another dangerous-looking right from Reefer. Kareem ducked away from it. When Kareem won this title against Paul McKenzie, he had McKenzie down 3 times, so he's obviously got a little bit of a punch as well, so Reefer mustn't take too many chances as he goes in with those big punches of his.
He's leaving himself a little bit open there when he does unload, doesn't he, Reefer? Ian, I think he's got to protect himself a little bit.
He's hitting air with some of those punches, and that tires a boxer out if you do too much of that. But he obviously fancies his chances of detonating a punch onto the chin of Kareem. And Kareem staying out the way of most of them in that opening round. Listen to the crowd respond to it.
That's right, Ian. I think Mark Reefer has come here to do a good job on Kareem, but he wants to be a little bit cautious and careful because Kareem's been in with a lot of experienced fighters.
So there is Mark Reefer. He's managed by Graham Moulton, the Olympic amateur of old. Moulton actually went into the ring with Sugar Ray Leonard, so he knows what it's all about at the highest of levels. Advice being given there to Reefer. Reefer, who will start a favourite tonight. There's Abdul Kareem, born in Trinidad, but now boxing out of Walthamstow. That's a bit of a mixed record, really, for a champion, but he's determined to improve it. Here they come for round 2. Quite clever, Kareem, able to make Reefer miss with a lot of his shots. But certainly the challenger doing more of the work, taking most of the initiative so far, if not landing with an awful lot of leather. Being made to miss a lot, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he wants to be careful because he'll get tired if he keeps missing all the time, but I think Mark Reefer's only out here for one thing: he wants to win.
That can be very important as well how much deep down desire a fighter's got, but talking to these two beforehand, I must say both of them seem very, very hungry indeed. It looks like Kareem's going to have to use his boxing skills here, because all the time Reefer's coming forward at him. He's made to miss again there. Did you see it with the right uppercut?
As you can see, and Kareem's a very experienced fighter. He's not letting Mark Reefer get too close to him.
Kareem, former amateur with the New Enterprise Club, but he made his professional debut nearly 5 years ago. So as Charlie was saying, he is pretty experienced in the game now. He's making Reefer miss a lot, but at the same time, he isn't landing many punches of his own. Maybe if he could get in with a few counter punches, that could be the best ploy for him.
I think Reefer's doing the right thing now. He's cutting him off. He ain't following him around the ring. He's doing the right thing in cutting him off and that, but I think he's been made to miss a little bit. If he can connect, I think it could be good night.
Yes, you wonder if when Kareem slows down a little bit as the fight goes on, whether Reefer will find him an easier target. Now they're going to trade blows, they're going to mix it there. Reefer got the better of the exchange, I think, and there's a half smile on his face as he came out of that.
I think Reefer wants to tuck up a little bit when he goes forward to unload, because Kareem's very dangerous.
No holds barred in there, the old shoulders and elbows going in everything, aren't they?
That's right, it could turn out to be a dirty contest then.
And an uppercut going right on the bell from Reefer. And I think that Kareem just felt the weight of that one too, because he gave Reefer a pretty old-fashioned look as they split away and went back to the corners.
But that shows a lot, that does, when they look at you like that. When you just caught them at the end of the round, it shows that they've got a lot of worry on you.
Here we see it again. A right goes in from Reefer, then a nice left from him. This was the little exchange between the two of them. Kareem tried to come back, but he looks a bit disorganized there, doesn't he? And certainly the better work coming from Mark Reefer, the challenger.
Very good round for Reefer there.
There's Reefer. At the moment, he's getting just the better of things. Although not having it all his own way, I think he'll be a little disappointed with the number of punches that have hit the thin night air here at the York Hall.
I think Reefer wants to tighten up a little bit when he unloads.
Third round then, Southern Area Lightweight Championship. The British title at this weight held by Steve Boyle, the Scot who recently took it in a bit of a shock from Alex Dixon. Good punch he produced that night too. Can either of these two go on to challenge Boyle? This is good work again from Reefer at the start of round 3. Starting to land those punches, and the alarm bells sounding a little bit for Abdul Kareem, the champion. Because so far, it's had the signs that this could turn into something of a survival job for him. Got to do something to try and reverse the trends. Reefer looks so fit, so determined.
I think Reefer's cutting the ring down very well, and you can see Kareem's face. He looks like he's worried the life out of him.
Kareem was under no illusions about the size of tonight's task. He was saying it was going to be his toughest fight. He was right about that. Got in with a couple of good lefts of his own there, did Kareem, though. Had to take one. Good exchange. Well, we thought this might be an interesting fight. Good scrap for the Southern Area title, and so far we haven't been disappointed.
This has turned out to be a very, very good fight, actually. I think the longer it goes, the harder it's going to be for both of them.
credit to both boxers too. They've obviously trained very hard for this. They both look in excellent shape, don't they?
Yeah, Abdul Kareem has just come back from Trinidad. He's been training with a couple of world champions. He's been out there for 4 weeks, and it shows on his condition.
Yes, he needs all those sharp reflexes and fast leg work out there tonight, because Reefer is full of wicked intent. Nice defensive skills at times from Kareem, the champion. Slipping the punches. There he does it again. Made Reefer miss with the left hook. But he's got to step up his own work rate, I think. Landed with the left there. That encouraged his supporters in the crowd, but at close range, to be perfectly honest with you, it didn't look the snappiest of punches.
Reefer looks a lot more powerful than Kareem, but he's showing a lot of his punches. When you show your punches, they tend to make the opponent miss a lot.
I think he's having trouble too with his abdominal protector in there at the moment.
He seems
the champion Kareem. That's not making him too comfortable either.
He seems to keep pulling it up in between the rounds.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing you want, really, is it, in a championship fight?
Knocks your concentration away.
Well, there's Reefer getting the old yellow hood on, towel down. So far, he's worked really, really hard in this contest, and probably just on work rate alone, rather than with any vicious punches that have actually found the target. Well, he's taking the contest so far for my money, Charlie.
I hope he don't burn himself out, because Kareem's supposed to, looking at his record, he's supposed to come on later on in the fight. So I hope he don't throw too many punches in ring.
There's Kareem, the Southern Area champion, with that slightly mixed record of his. No marks on him so far, no knockdowns, but his concentration has had to be razor sharp to avoid all the volleys of punches that have been coming his way from this highly motivated young challenger. This is the 4th round. It's due to go 10.
I've been talking to Mark Reefer the weeks leading on to this fight, and he's been training so hard. I hope nothing goes wrong for him tonight.
Reefer, who weighs a couple of pounds more, he was dead on the lightweight limit at 9 stone 9. Kareem 9 stone 7. Probably is an indication of how hard he did do that training back in Trinidad. But he's on the run a bit, isn't he, in this round? Reefer picked him up with a couple of head punches there.
Reefer's doing the right thing, really. He's just cutting him off. He's letting him move around him. He's knocking the stuffing out of him with his footwork, I think.
Kareem, it seems to me, just isn't throwing enough leather, really, is he, in defense of his title? He's doing a lot of running.
I think he's a little bit confused, you know. Mark Reefer's turned out to be a lot better than what he thought.
Made Reefer miss again there. But the snappier punches so far have come from the challenger.
This looks a very good class Southern Area title fight.
Not bad at all, is it?
Hey, I'm really enjoying it.
So far in this round, I must say, Abdul Kareem looks as if he's been in training for a marathon or something. He's covered an awful lot of ground around those ropes, trying to keep out of range of Reefer's armory.
How long can he do this for, though? You know, he can't keep running all night, because he'll get caught, picked off, and he'll get tired towards the end.
It's been a good night so far for the challenger. But of course, if these fights go long distance, they come down to guts, will, determination, courage, stamina. All that comes into play. Good punches from Reefer, and down goes Kareem. And can he get up from that? Well, he's on his feet. The referee will take a close look at him. He's going to let him go on. And now, right at the end of the round, 2 more punches go in from Reefer. And I think we can do without that kind of showboating, thank you very much. But that was an impressive burst of punching.
That was a lovely burst of punching, but the only thing is he doesn't want to get carried away with himself, because he could get this job over and done with.
Here come the decisive moments of this round. Just watch this from the challenger, Mark Reefer. The left, right, and thank you very much indeed, he says, as Kareem pitches backwards and did quite well to get up from that. It was lucky for him that the bell sounded as soon as it did after that.
I think he wants to pack up all that looking at him and get on with the work, because he can put him away this round.
Reefer just possibly a little bit slow there after Kareem had got up to get in with his next assault, and the bell came to save the champion.
I think the writing's on the wall this round.
Back to work they get. Back to work they get in round 5. And there's another punch to put the champion down. The end could be near here. Reefer's already celebrating, and this time the referee tells Kareem he's not letting him go on. Reefer, well, he's a little bit cocky with it, but I suppose we should forgive him that, because he is the Southern Area champion in round 5. His first bid for a professional title, and a successful one too. Writing was always on the wall. Good performance from Mark Reefer. He's a champion now.
He does look good though, Ian, doesn't he? He looks the part. I'll tell you what, he looks like he's going to go places.
He does, doesn't he?
He looks like...
He's been finishing them off in double quick time. Now let's have a look at the end of this again. Well, I don't think we quite saw the punch there, but it was a good one, I can tell you.
And ladies and gentlemen, in 17
Kareem,
seconds of the 5th round, the referee has stopped the fight to save Kareem further punishment. Ladies and gentlemen, the new champion, Mark Reefer!
The celebrations begin for Mark Reefer, 24 years of age, from Bethnal Green. A managerial dispute forced him to have a 13-month layoff up to November 1986, but since then he's finished off 7 opponents inside the first 5 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for the loser.
Could be on his way to British title contention. There is Mark Reefer, the new Southern Area lightweight champion.
And we have Tony J here, the area representative, to present the Southern Area belt, sponsored by View Sport. Ladies and gentlemen, the belt goes on, the new champion.
Well, here's Mark Reefer, the new Southern Area lightweight champion. Just give us your thoughts on that victory.
Well, there's not much to say. I didn't expect him to run. I planned him to come after me and dance back, but all he kept on doing was just dancing away all the time. It was quite difficult actually to catch him. Very, very slippy, but I caught up with him in the end. You know, I was prepared to stay there for 10 rounds. No matter what, I was there. I told you he was just babysitting my thing, but I've got enough respect for him.
You produced a really aggressive performance out there tonight. They were very impressive.
I still wasn't on form, not like how I would like to have been, you know, because he shouldn't have been there more than 3 rounds. I had 3 rounds in my mind. I'm quite upset he went 5, but what can I say?
He made you miss with a few, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but he paid in the end, and that's the real thing, you know. That's what counts. But as I say, I've got to give him enough respect because he was a champion, although he didn't defend his title on any occasions, only to me, and to lose it the first time is quite upsetting. So I've got enough respect for him. That's all I can say, you know.
It's your first professional title. How much does it mean to you to be a champion at last?
Well, I've always been a champion. As I say, he's been babysitting this is my belt. Can you get that? All right. I've been a champion from time. Everybody who knows me knows I've been a champion.
Now you're officially a champion.
All right. This is a stepping stone. This is one of many to come. It's going to take some time, but I'll get there in the end. There's plenty of time.
What about the British title? What do you think about that?
That's mine already. He's just babysitting, as I said, you know. He's got that one. I'll take that all in good time. I ain't in no hurry. I'm 23 or 24 now, just gone. Plenty of time. I'm not in no hurry.
How far do you think you can go? How far do you think you can go, Mark?
Because in this ring, if I didn't think I was going all the way, and I'm serious. I don't want 1 title. I want 3 in 1 weight. Then I can say I'm number 1. I can't say I'm number 1 when I've got 1 title. That's just a third to be a world champion. I've got to have 3, and then I'm number 1. Until then, I'm on my way up. Right now, I'm on a natural high. So, all right.
What sort of celebrations are there going to be tonight after this?
Well, I'm just disappearing with my girl, that's all. Nobody ain't coming with us. We're just disappearing. Nobody ain't seen us for about 3-4 weeks. I don't know about after that. What can I say?
Good performance tonight. Well done, Mark. Let you get on with the celebrations.
All right.